to this day. They weren't happy with the current school lunch programs, but the lunch program
we did better.
We did a lot better.
Fred had the biggest in the country.
Yes.
Right there in Chicago. Do you see film footage of the breakfast program of the Black Panther Party? That's Fred's in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So we worked the road.
Yeah.
You got any announcements you want to make, Donna?
Well, tomorrow in the city of Orange, the school district is doing a parent conference tomorrow. It commences at 9 in the morning.
Parents check in.
And I'll post it because I'm in the middle of a watch party. So I'll post it on the All Politics Local page. While it is in Orange, for parenting, if there's anybody who want any resources, have any questions, please feel free to come out. Starting at 9 a.m. in the morning. We are, and we had the week off last week. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with myself. We all rested and everything.
We are back. We are back.
So, it was a nice, I hope everybody had a great time with their families. But it was, probably because, the body, we're willing spiritually, but our bodies get tired.
Yeah.
But it was really good to just sit in some cute pajamas and just have a good day watching.
Cute pajamas.
Yeah, watching some onesies. Have my onesies on and just doing, and just watch and just doing, just some R&R, really reading, catching up on some good TV. And as we get ready, it seemed like it was July 4th yesterday. Now it's the end of the year. Yeah. As we get to the rest of these weeks, these couple of weeks, I hope that we're reflective. I need this. I don't know what we can say to compel people to pay attention what's going on. I know that when I go home tonight, I'm going to post Barbara Jordan's speech, which she leading up to impeachment of Nixon.
Legendary moment in time. I remember it, like it was yesterday.
But what's going on now in this mastery of trying to throw you off of what actually is going on. And I like out of the four professors, if I will, the younger one with the blonde hair, he said, I think it was him that said, if this is not impeachable, nothing is impeachable. Right. Right. So for the sake of what the mission of this country is, we need to pay attention to that. We need to pay attention to the food stamp law that they passed. This president, when he came in, he delivered a permanent tax bill to his people, his base, jet fuel. There were two things. There were two lines in that tax bill. There was the permanent, and there were the things that last 3 to 5 years. And in the permanent, people jet fuel. I don't know if you got a jet, Zaid, or whatever, but people.
I got the blues.
You got to, get in write-offs for jet fuel and things like that. But the working class people, they got in the first got a tax break, and by year 3, they were rolling it back. So when people getting food stamps, generally speaking, it's the working poor. So we need to understand, and people, we listen to talk radio and hear people, well, if they're able-bodied, people are really uninformed. They need to go get a job. No, people that are on food stamps are working. Right. So I just want people to pay attention. And as we move forward, we're getting ready to move into an election year, and it's going to be monumental. Yeah. I am sad that Senator Harris came out this early, but I want us to learn that that girl had mean her no good. She looked and left and went and took a check from Bloomberg. She could have went in the office, but all these things we need to talk about and delve into them and get people to understand how they're so prepared to get what they want, I should say. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that all of that's important, and as I said, 2020 definitely. As I get closer and closer to it, I begin to feel the pressure is even more.
We're at a crossroads. It's dangerous.
Yes. It's even more intense, because I have a black political mind, and because I understand the seriousness of the time, I feel the pressure. And
something wrong with us if we don't.
Right. And that's why I go to the gym every morning, and and I try to work it off. And as I said to the congressman, some days I wish I didn't know what I know. But that old saying that says, to those who know, got to do something about what they know. Right?
That's right. Much given, much is required.
Much is required.
Right.
So I get that, and we've got to do that. So listen, of course, Kim, you've been riding, for
She
quite a
gotta
while
say
now.
something.
Quentin,
So
She gotta
no,
say
but
something.
I will
at the
say
end of
this,
the road,
Kim.
what
I think last year one of the closing shows was the hair show, and you see the case that's in New York right now. The Catholic school won't let told the young man either take his cornrows out or don't bring him back.
Wow.
And they have a law in the books that said that he can't be discriminated. So we got to have our little crew back and talk about that.
Yeah. And with Gabrielle Union.
Yes.
About her hairstyle.
Yes. So
America's Got Talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then again,
You do that thing on Push Out that we were talking about.
Yeah.
We got work. We know the work is in front of us. We clear.
I was about to say about Gabrielle, about the women who kind of watered down their speeches and their lack of support for her. And, well, maybe if you want to be here, you got to conform.
Yes.
So.
Kind of comments you want to make, my brother, before we close out?
I just want to say big ups to Congressman coming through, showing love. Just big ups to everybody out there in the struggle, man. This is serious what we're dealing with, and we need to be focused. We need to be clear. We need to be strong. We need to spread the word.
What was the summary of Queen and Slim? You did you go see it?
Oh, Queen and Slim was very realistic.
I saw it.
And it had a beautiful black undertone to the whole
Sure did.
story.
Sure did.
You know what I mean?
We people
I
were
enjoyed
darker than blue. They had
That's
that kind
right.
of feel.
So we got to talk a little bit about that too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, of course, to Killer Mike in the back. Yo, Mike, you got any final words you want to put on the air, my brother, before we leave out tonight?
The other Killer Mike is in the building.
Don't be the
Yeah.
kill Mike. You got to be killer Mike.
Yeah, you got to be the killer, Mike. You got to come in and kill it. You want to say any final words, my brother? You got to speak to the mic.
First thing I want to say is Happy Christmas, everybody else. I'm saying it's a very important discussion we had this afternoon. I think everybody should really go out and get educated about what's going on in their districts and what's going on in their municipalities or their localities. Be well informed, especially go out and vote this 2020 because really in our crossroads.
All right.
You at the cross.
There's a lot of words there, my brother.
Meet you at the cross.
I think Mike is learning something.
That's right. Yeah.
You're going to learn today. You know what I mean? All right. Well, listen, y'all. Of course, I want to thank everybody. Of course, I thank, Zaid. I thank, Councilwoman Wayne.
Bashir called everybody, by the way. He sent this hotel.
Yeah,
Hey,
our brother
yeah.
Bashir,
On his way.
doing his after school program
Yes,
up at Weekway.
yes,
We want to
yes.
say Hotep.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course, I want to thank my wife as usual.
Our queen.
Good queen.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
Behold.
Power to the people.
Love of
yeah.
that.
She didn't want to
And,
talk, right?
Love of that.
And of course, I thank, Mike for always being here to hold us up, making sure
Yes,
everything that you see, you can see and hear from us.
Thank you, son.
So we thank Mike. And then, of course, John Austin, who's out with the kids, doing what he do, trying to, help change the world. So, of
right.
course, that's our other co-host. And then, of course, as I said, Bashir, who's doing the after school program. So that's our whole team.
Just real
And,
quick.
and of course, we want to thank Asia Norton for coming
Right.
in and sitting in for John Austin.
That was a good
Yes,
And of course, her
yes.
guest.
What's at the,
Thank
do we
you.
know what's at the top of the hour next Friday?
It's going to be Mitty, and it's going to be Tamika, and it's going to be Reverend Conrad Tillett with the vote.
Now is it gonna be Chief of Staff Mitty or DJ Mitty?
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, no,
I think it's
right.
going to be the chief of staff.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get over there and get on the wheel.
got the goods.
We'll see if I can get him
He got the
started.
goods.
All right.
He
We'll see.
He ride with pocket.
We'll see what
everything.
happens.
He got the goods.
You know what I mean? He may want to do that with Rhino. Who knows? Rhino may say, I'm going to move over and see what you got. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Well, listen, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Of course, as Donna just said, of course, it's going to be the vote with the chief of staff for the city of Newark, Amiri Mitty Baraka Jr.
For
And
discussion,
then-
get ready for 2020.
Yep.
Right
And
on.
then, of course, it's, Tamika Mallory and Reverend Conrad Tillett. So we'll see y'all next week. Same bat channel, same bat station. At All Politics of Local America's number one
Number one.
political hip hop radio talk show. We don't say bye here. We say
Motet.
Hotep.
All right.
Come on.
Come on.